Remember, today is a Friday, and probably if Barcelona had scored a goal, I believe the jubilation would have. It's always an honor and a very humbling experience for me to find myself in the presence of my brothers and sisters in this noble institution, Accra Technical University. Says, "This is my father," and points to the old man. A true man is one who says, "This is me." Not winner, where various topics were treated about the month of Ramadan, and how one can prepare towards the coming of the month. And automatically, Surah Al-Fatiha kicks in without thinking. The moment he says one of Berlin, I mean, automatically without thinking. And any ibadah that is done as a routine without a person's concentration in it, Allah Azza wa Jalla does not accept it. Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says in an authentic hadith, إِنَّ الرَّجُلَ لَيُصَلِّي صَلَاةً مَا يُخْتَرُ مِنْهَا إِلَّا عُشْرُهَا تِسْعُهَا ثُمُنُهَا, awarded any reward except 1/10 of the prayer. 1/10 of the prayer. That is 10% of the salat, right? 10% of the blessing. Another is also rewarded 1/9, another 1/8, another 1/7, another 1/6, the other 1/5, another one also gets half the reward. Then the moment let's trace ourselves back to Salat al-Asr that we just prayed. Either you prayed in Jama'ah or you were the Imam. To a dusk. Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, there's a person who would fast 20, and you never miss 20, and you never miss the year. For 30 years you are fasting, Allah Azza wa Jalla has not accepted it. And it hits so hard, and Allah Azza wa Jalla does not accept your act of worship. That's why before we delve into today's discussions, brothers are buying new Quran, brothers are buying new rosaries, new tasbah, and all in anticipation for the month of Ramadan. And the person knows for a fact that he might not live to see the end of the day. So let's make dua. Allahumma ballighna Ramadan. Allah, make us witness the month of Ramadan. The Sahaba and those who came after them, the past predecessors, 6 months the month of Ramadan, they make dua telling Allah, Ya Allah, let us dua. Ya Allah, let me witness Ramadan. Ya Allah, I pray you make all of us witness Ramadan. Say Ameen. Ya Allah, when you make me witness Ramadan, give me the strength to worship you in that month. Many are those who witness the month of Ramadan, right? But do you worship Allah? And you are amazed. This is the blessed month of Ramadan. How come this brother is negligent? How come this brother is not taking things seriously? You should realize it is the tawfiq, it is the guidance of Allah Azza wa Jalla, it is the permission of Allah. It is Allah who wills that you who are consistent and serious with your worship in Ramadan, it is Allah's guidance and not your own strength or your own doing. So continue to pray to Allah Azza wa Jalla for steadfastness. Ya Allah, let me be able to worship you, a blessed one. Allah Azza wa Jalla blessed Ibrahim and his son Ismail with that action, with that deed. Unless mission. After doing what Allah Azza wa Jalla told Ibrahim is the building of the Kaaba, Ibrahim alayhi salam raised his hands up and made a beautiful dua and said, Rabbana. When salat is accepted, fasting is accepted, so I'll be coming here constantly to verify whether mine has also been accepted. Is there one of our Egyptian scholars? متى يحبط العمل? When does a person's deeds become null and void? Allah, it's a very, very scary reality. A person can give us sadaqah, then they themselves destroy the reward of the sadaqah. Allah tells us in the Quran, 10 years ago you used to do it, now you are no longer doing it. What is the need to tell people or in the eyes of people? So Allah Azza wa Jalla does not want it, it's thrown away. So your good deeds or my good deeds are pending. So it's Ramadan and self-control. Right? Ramadan and self-control. Very beautiful topic. What are we controlling? The topic limits it to the eye. So Allah Azza wa Jalla pushes a person to the consciousness of Allah Azza wa Jalla. Taqwa Allah. Specifically in Ramadan, the verse of Surah Al-Baqarah definitions of Taqwa Allah. There is one by 𝐒𝐩𝐞𝐫 bin 𝐒𝐫 who radiallahu ta'ala anhu was asked, what is Taqwa Allah? What is the only path? A path filled with promise. The person said yes, he had walked that path before. Abu Hurairah asked him, فَمَاذَا صَنَعْتَ؟ وَلِلذُّنُوبَ صَغِيرَهَا وَكَبِيرَهَا ذَاكَ التُّقَى وَاصْنَعْ كَمَاشٍ فَوْقَ أَرْضِ شَوْكَةٍ يَحْذَرُ مَا يَرَى. Hug the sisters, brother Susan. Hug the sisters, brother Susan. And so he does a much heavier sin than they do. But what did they look at? The size of the sin? Look at the greatness of the one you are going against. That's Allah Azza wa Jalla. So Ibn al-Mu'taz said, خَلِّ الذُّنُوبَ. I got to cook dhunub. I'm hearing some sinus. Is it make or mix? I make. I heard someone say mix. Well, you have your grammar teachers to go and battle out with. For me, I'm not your grammar teacher. So whether mix or make or snakes, and it is yours to deal with. Stay away from those things. That is, you will be a liar. It's definitely going to end you in humiliation or end them in humiliation. There is a story my old man was once narrating about, and they expect their wives to be cooking and then preparing everything for them. So this man happened to be one of those men. Allah safeguard us and not make us those men. Please say Amen. Amen. So this man was seated there. The woman came. Assalamu alaikum. I have an offer. There's a smooth and nice business deal. Okay. What's the deal? The woman said, my husband had traveled for years now. No phone calls, no feed, nothing. I'm tired of the marriage. Myself, I'm a small business woman. I'm making my small coins here and there. So I want a man who would step in as my husband. Let's go to the chief's palace and annul the marriage. Anyone who agrees to that, and just tell the chief, you are no longer interested in me, Akash Aure, and I'm going to give you 10,000 Ghana cedis. Yeah, so he went with his fugu to the chief's palace. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum. What's your case? I'm here to divorce properly. When the man turned around to leave, the woman said, so what do we do, Hajia? So what do we do, Hajia? Hajia says we have to do calculation. Available. If not, we will deal with you. The man had to go around town begging, asking for loans, taking monies left and right. Learn to be content with the little Allah Azza wa Jalla has blessed you with. Be content. Number three should lead a person to the consciousness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when a person is conscious of Allah, their sight also becomes conscious of Allah. They are mindful about what they see and what they look at. Allah says, وَلَا تَقْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٍ إِنَّ السَّمْعَ وَالْبَصَرَ وَالْفُؤَادَ كُلُّ أُولَٰئِكَ كَانَ عَنْهُ مَسْئُولًا. The sight, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, is an amana, it's a trust from Allah Azza wa Jalla, and it's a gift from Allah. Wallah, it hits me so hard when I find myself looking at inappropriate images. Because I tell myself, this is a less gift to you, and this is how we are repaying Allah. This is how we tell Allah, thank you for the gift of life. So, I'm using it to look at it. I'm not paying Allah to stop to look at it. What if Allah decided to take His gifts away from you? And the last thing you saw was the nakedness of someone. And the last thing you saw was a filthy image. And Allah decides to take His sight away from you. Have you ever thought of this? Guard yourself. Protect your sight. Protect your ears. Protect your heart from anything that is haram. In Ramadan, we are told to stay away from halal, all for the sake of Allah. Eating and drinking is halal, right? But in Ramadan, Allah tells you stay away from it, all in servitude to Allah Azza wa Jalla. If you are able to stay away from halal, all in the name of Allah, why are you not able to stay away from haram in the month of Ramadan? This tells us how dead our hearts have become. So much that we do not have that self-control. We do not have that box to be able to tell ourselves, this is a red line I'm not crossing. And wallahi, this year's Ramadan, there's a huge task, a huge test from Allah Azza wa Jalla in these past few days. And I know most of the brothers are already aware of. I'm not going to mention details to protect the iman of those who are not even aware of what is going on. There is something associated with a certain Russian, and I'm not going into details. Wallahi, it's a test for our iman, it's a test of our sight in the month of Ramadan. People will be scavenging like vultures to get those things to watch. And it happened at a time that Ramadan is approaching. Wallahi, it's a test of iman. And don't tell yourself, I have broken my fast. Don't tell yourself it is night time, so the days of Ramadan are over. We are so in the blessed month of Ramadan. Respect the hurma, respect the sanctity of this month. Have that self-control. Imam al-Qahtani says, hide from the watchful eyes of Allah Azza wa Jalla. وَهُوَ مَعَهُمْ إِذْ يُبَيِّتُونَ مَا لَا يَرْضَى مِنَ الْقَوْلِ. Side, but you are protect the head and everything that the head is made out of. That is the eye, right? The ear, the mouth. Protect the head in Islam. The sight is an amana from Allah Azza wa Jalla. For amongst the pious predecessors, he said, حرمت قيام الليل سنة بذنب أصبته. I was denied the opportunity. Imam al-Hasan al-Basri was also asked, Ya Taqiyuddin, oh Imam, we are people who are not able to perform Qiyamul Layl. Aside last year Ramadan, the 29th night, when was the last time you stood in the presence of Allah Azza wa Jalla, raised your hands up, made dua, or performed just 2 units of prayer? It's a year now, if not that. And you are not bothered, you are not worried, you do not even know that there is harm going on. Or I do not even know that I'm leading myself to destruction. How many times have you complained? This morning I was complaining. I woke up after Fajr, returned home, picked my small phone and realized Airtel Tigo had subscribed me to a certain service that I have not subscribed for. And they said it is 2 series, something pesos. And I shouted and said, thieves! And I unsubscribed immediately. Straight, I went and checked my mobile money to see whether they have not taken anything from it. Right before leaving for Salat al-Jum'ah, I saw another text again claiming I've subscribed to another service I have not subscribed for. For that one, it is cheap, about 38 pesos, but I unsubscribed and checked my Momo to see whether the coins has declined. And it's something that we all do. A person knows when he hits something, don't worry, you will hear from me. But honestly, on campus, so we all know. Someone tells that window, or close that screen, or lock the phone because he fears his 2-year-old daughter is him, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let's not take that conduct and character, let's not take that behavior into the month of Ramadan. The sanctity of Ramadan. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, "Man lam yada' qawla zuri wal amal bih." Anyone who does not stay away from vain talk. Today, the brothers, we just prayed Zuhur. We have time to Asr. So let's pass the time in watching series, watching movies, arguing on net. When you see the lion opening its teeth wide, never assume the lion is smiling at you and telling you, mashallah, you and I commit are like the clouds, blocking the rays and the light of Iman from penetrating into our hearts and from emitting hearts dirty. I have sins that I've committed and that I'm still committing, that I've not repented from. And I know some of us are sinners like myself. Let's start. And you'll be surprised as to how he became Fudail ibn Iyad. Where he came to Muslims and even non-Muslims who eyes on you, and someday your man, you know the first to we don't the chop. His friend, they've been going to the canteen together to eat. That guy here, so say no go fast. And I believe the brother is fasting now, consistently, inshallah ta'ala. But in one corner, not eating from what was stolen. When your small boys were eating and enjoying from what they've stolen, you were seated at one corner, not eating. Why? The Imam says years down the line, he was in the haram performing tawaf. He saw that thief, repented, a righteous man. All those doors are detrimental. Let's pray to Allah Azza wa Jalla to strengthen us, make us witness Ramadan in health and Iman. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive all errors that have occurred. We'll conclude here and probably hold our question and answer session after Salatul Maghrib, inshallah ta'ala. And your question should be centered on what we said. And alhamdulillah, I know I'm never ashamed and never shy of saying Bansaniba. Yeah, and don't be surprised when I say Bansaniba. This is not the first time. And inshallah, it will never be the last time I will tell someone I don't know. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us and grant us goodness. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.